Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be using the Unicorn Party palette by GLF Cosmetics as well as the Colourpop Fade into Hue palette. So if you want to see how I did this look, then please keep watching. First thing I'm going to do is take my concealer, and this is the Pretty Fresh by Colourpop. This one is in the shade, what is it, light 33C. So I'm just going to take some and I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid and a little bit below the brow. And I'm just going to blend that all in, and this is going to help the eyeshadow stick a little bit better and give me a solid base to work with. I'm just going to take a brush. I'm going to blend that in real quick. And yes, I already do have makeup. I have some mascara on. I'm not going to take it off just because I don't want to mess up the rest of my face, so just gonna leave it and I'm gonna work with it. What I'm gonna be taking is this one called Fun. This one is a really deep purple, and this is a Morphe brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start by just patting that in and sort of tracing the line above my natural crease line. Now I'm gonna take it to right about right here, this area. And the reason why I'm using a smaller brush is because I want the line to be really fine versus a big blending brush. I don't want to take it too high up. I want to keep it as close to my crease line as possible. And then I'm just going to sort of create a wing. So notice I'm just dragging this shade out. I'm going to take a little bit at a time, especially when we're working with darker colors, because some might be hard to blend out. So here I'm just picking up a little bit more, and I am going to drag this out. Now, I'm going to also connect it. So let's take a little bit more. Next, I'm going to take this Morphe brush, the E36, and I'm going to be picking up the shade called Strength. And then I'm just going to go directly on top and above this line. I'm going to start using small circular motions and then sort of blending it upwards. Again, keeping it relatively close to that purple line that we've applied.
Ma'am, thank God you're here. I'm waiting for you. The blankets are ready. I've been collecting all the medical supplies, just like you asked, but not enough. Ma'am, we need more provisions.
What are you doing, Bill, bro?
It's good that you came. It'll be dark soon. You hear that? It's coming. Missed it. And then you violated everything that we stand for. You did this. Please, just understand. I have to help her.
And then we're going to take some more and then just put it underneath here. Now, I'm not worried too much about blending it out right at this second. I'm going to do that in a little while, after I've gotten the majority of it applied. I'm going to go back and forth. It looks something like that. I'm taking a little bit more just to deepen it up. Alright. I'm taking a little bit of Majestic from the Colourpop Fade into Hue palette, and I'm putting that like sort of in the center of these two, just so we can change the color a little bit. I wanted to see what it looked like compared to the one from the unicorn party. So I'm just putting that right above this purple shade that I applied, sort of like that. Smaller brush, it's almost like a tiny blending brush. This is by Color Noir, and I'm taking this brush and I'm gonna dip a little bit of that shade, called Strength, just a very small amount, just so we can start blending this out. Now small circular motions, and I'm just pulling it down, just very gently, ever so lightly. And then do the same thing. And when we get up here, we're going to push it upwards. Blend upwards. You see how it's getting very soft? We're going to go back in a little while. Don't worry, we're going to clean this all up. Just trust the process. Very lightly blend upwards.
Thanks for coming with me. Oh, it would be nice to get out. Ooh, how far is it to Columbia? About 90 minutes. Can't believe Amanda got arrested. That must have gone over well. So well that St. Albans is considering suspending her. She was wearing her school uniform at the protest, which would then be reported to UVA, which could affect her admissions to college in the fall. Maybe Roxy's right.
So I'm going to take another brush. I'm taking another brush. This is just a clean blending brush. There's no number on it or anything. And I'm just going to slightly buff this out because I don't like how harsh it's looking. So I'm just going to take this and very softly blend it out more. And then the lower part.
What's the story? 32-year-old Caucasian male, admitted presenting depression, disorganized thinking. His wife left him last week. Then this morning, he just cracked. Where's the soldier now? Sedated.
Take a little bit more of that shade, some more strength, and we're going to put it in the same area.
Is this you?
So that we can deepen up that color.
Oh, your hair's colorful. You want it colorful hair? Because you wear the wig? Did you buy it and unsell it? Good job. High five.
Hold on, Mama.
Again. High five again. And then hard. Was that funny?
With a little bit of fun. And just define that line. Now let's take the same brush that we used to blend these up a little bit.
I want to paint.
Everybody is on your schedule. Rest assured, I will handle it.
So it's sort of coming along. In a minute we are going to carve this out so it is nice and precise, but see, this takes a little bit of steps and just really perfecting it. If you like it how it is, then keep it. If not, just taking a little bit more. And
I know, I was going to tell you this morning, but it had been so long since we'd been together. Emma, I'm sorry. I know I said I would do it.
I'm taking a small e.l.f. concealer brush, and I'm going to be taking some of that concealer that we used earlier, and I'm going to start to carve this out to clean it up. Now I'm basically just carving it as I would a cut crease. Now when you get here, you might need to get a smaller brush just so you can really get into there, which I will do in a second. In a small liner brush with concealer, and I'm going to really clean up the edge of this.
For anyone who doesn't know, this is my daughter Amanda. She's made our soldiers some CDs.
They're mixing some 70s songs, you know, to keep the soldiers rocking and rolling.
She stayed up all night making them.
So I told my kids the truth. Proud of you. Really.
So much more that needs to be done.
I think you do a great deal already.
See, my crease line is right here. I put it a little bit above it, so when my eye is open, you can see. I'm just gonna go right here and clean this up also.
I prayed for you today.
I'm gonna take a liner brush or eyebrow brush, and I'm going to define this line down here.
Not to mention other good soldiers. You know why that is? Because they never got to the root of their own problems. I respect the hell out of your father, so I'm not gonna let that.
Next, I'm taking the color Express from the Fade to Hue palette, and this is a flat brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and press that all over the concealed area.
Only pay for what you need.
Like, there's like shimmer one right there, right? Here above the purple.
I didn't put a heavy layer. I just kind of wanted to brush it on there, as you can see. Put this color called Crybaby. It's a cream gel BFF liner by Colourpop. I'm gonna put it on the lower waterline. I'm gonna take this color Majestic from the Fade to Hue palette, and this is just a small Morphe brush. There's no number, and I'm gonna put that under the waterline, and I am
A virgin until marriage.
Denise, not how you play this game. You're supposed to reveal something that no one would guess about you. Like, have you named your lady parts?
just gonna slightly blend this out with a little bit of that pink shade. For mascara, I always use the Laura Mercier Caviar volume. I'm just gonna go a little bit, because I feel like a little bit of that purple hue got on there, changing the color. And then I'm gonna put some false lashes. Now for false lashes, I'm using the ones called Queenie. These are by Colourpop. Now for highlight, I'm using Space Baby highlighter by Ofra Cosmetics. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed week, and we'll see you next time.